Guys, I'm going to do a video quickly showing you guys what Bitcoins are, where they came from, how you can get them, who made them, is this a legit currency. And so first, a Bitcoin is a digital currency. And that may sound scary, but a lot of our money is digital currency or paper money, which is worthless. You know, if it's not backed by gold, it's worthless. And so basically it's a digital currency. It all started from a guy in 2008 called Satoshi Nakamoto. I believe that's a Japanese name. And he developed a peer-to-peer Bitcoin system. And basically where it stems from is when you have an online transaction, there's a third party that makes sure there's not something called double spending. So there's a mint. It's our authority. They look and make sure you're not double spending. This adds fees and there's disputes and all this, and it's pretty. The savings, I mean the costs are passed on to you. So what this basically does is when you do Bitcoin mining, you're using the GPU power or CPU power to create a hash timestamp on each transaction. Okay, and then it's put into a chain of transactions, and chains could be very, very long. They go on forever, basically. And so there's no basic. It's very hard or impossible for the transaction to be questioned. So you know, if there's no way for basically there to be fraud. And so then we eliminate the third party, which would be the financial institution. And so at that point, there's no taxes. It's anonymous. It's basically peer-to-peer currency. And so you got all these networks running with all these different machines, and they're all keeping each other honest, basically. And so the Bitcoin system basically kind of works like that. And when it started in 2008, it was worth nothing. And then people started, read his paper and started realizing this is interesting and started putting money behind it. And so they bought Bitcoins or they mined Bitcoins. And at this point, one Bitcoin is worth $100. Okay. My small mining rig, which basically puts timestamps on transactions, that's what I'm doing. I have a hash, I only do 200 hashes per second. So I can only put 200 timestamps or whatever, or weave that chain per second 200 times. So that comes out to be about $1 a day at current rate. Well, actually, it's a little bit more now, but maybe about $1.50 right now. And so there's basically been an arms race of who can build computers that have the most hash rate. So right now, Butterfly Labs, that's their name, has a server that does 25,000 hashes per second. Now this, to give you an idea, that would be the equivalent of it's a lot of money, but they use power. And so you gotta when you're building a computer that does mining, you got to figure out how much power is this going to use. If I put this component in there, what's the hash rate? How it's going to be affected? You got to keep these cool, because if you have 4 video cards or 6 video cards in some cases in a computer, it's going to get hot. And so you got to figure out this and all this, and it's really become a art. And people are making these rigs, these mining rigs as they're called, and they're mining and putting they're doing the hashes. And that's putting timestamps on the transactions that people are doing, buying and selling Bitcoins or trading Bitcoins. Now, Bitcoins themselves are anonymous. You can actually transfer only with this code. You don't have to put, when you get your Bitcoin wallet, you don't have to put your email. You don't have to put your name. You just download a Bitcoin wallet. There's like 4 or 5 different type of Bitcoin wallets. There's some that go on your mobile phone. There's some that are, we call them, mine's just a desktop one. You can actually upgrade it to another kind. But basically, I got a code there, and if I want someone to pay me, I give them that code, and they transfer funds. And it's really neat. And so basically, that's the gist of it. And so, think of it this way. Each coin may be worth nothing in reality, but so is the dollar. So is just about every currency known to man. The only difference between this currency and that one, this one can't be taxed. This one can't be downgraded and or inflated, or stuff like that. Now the market goes up a lot. A month ago, or close to a month ago, it was trading at $266 per coin, and so people will buy low and sell high. And then there was a crash, and they went down to $50 a coin, and now they're back up to about $100 a coin. If I bought when they were $50 a coin, I'd be rich. But there are several websites that you can buy and sell Bitcoins on for USDA and cash. Links below. I have not tested the one link I'm giving you, but it's the top rated one. I've heard good things about them. And there's also a link to get your Bitcoin wallet. And I will do a video next on how to mine Bitcoins. A step-by-step guide. I'll give you an idea of what type of equipment you need, video card wise, and resources to that. So I hope you can grasp this. It's hard for me to grasp, but it's neat, and I'm mining right now.